We don't just make suits, we make pieces of art. So what are we renowned for now in this era? It's just not the fine tailoring, but the pieces of art. All of our suits are now art. My name is Roshan Mawani. I was actually born in Hong Kong. I've now been back working at Sam's Tailor for over 23 years. This is my 24th year at Sam's Tailor. I work for Sam's Tailor, which is a bespoke tailoring business, which was founded in 1957 by my grandfather. So we have been here 66 years. I have already had a very established family business by the time I joined it. My father had worked with so many celebrities and so many politicians over the course of his career that the business was extremely established, very well known, had been featured both in print and television throughout the world. I was privileged, very privileged, to work with 3 American presidents personally. President Bush Sr., President Clinton, and President Bush Jr. My father also worked with President Trump. It is just incredible. Look at this, David Bowie, the king of rock stars, here in the shop with my father. You can see over here, many luminaries like Carlos Santana. My father has worked with 4 British prime ministers. As a child growing up, I would walk into the shop. Maybe every week, if I was lucky, I would meet a celebrity that my father was working with. So it could be tennis players in the 1980s, like Ivan Lendl, Boris Becker, Stefan Edberg, Mats Wilander. I remember that my dad in 1993, I was only 16, he took me to Bangkok because he had to work with Michael Jackson. Now we went to the Michael Jackson concert, but I couldn't meet Michael Jackson. I was too young and it wasn't appropriate and stuff. But I mean, imagine if your dad was working with Michael Jackson. Wouldn't you want to work with your father? I live in a city that is so protective. We have no crime whatsoever in Hong Kong. You guys all know this, okay? There's no guns, there's no violence, there's no rapes, there's no murders, there's no nothing. There's no muggings on the street, okay? There's no knives. I like our political system here, where our leaders really care about us, and all the profits of the government, all the government budget is put back into the city to take care of its citizens, okay? There's no multi-political layers of stuff where funds get lost. Everything goes back into the system, and we have such a beautiful city. So it's great, it's a great place to do business, to thrive. The government is very laissez-faire. There is just no red tape here. This is a place that I want to do business in. It's very easy. I'm born and raised in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is home. I have no plans to go anywhere. I don't feel like an ethnic minority, ever. I feel like a Hong Konger. This is my home. That was changing. More and more people were making suits, okay? G2000 next door suddenly went from t-shirts to making suits, you know what I mean? And making beautiful suits at a very cheap price, okay? Internet companies were opening like Indochino, making suits. People were suddenly traveling all around the United States, taking orders and coming back to Hong Kong or China and shipping suits. So I knew that it wasn't just about the product anymore, that people wouldn't just keep flying to Hong Kong to see us like they were. I needed experience outside to bring back to my business to help it evolve, which is what I've done. But with any family business, with any successful family business, and with any business or corporation that there is, any product-based business, any service-based business, you have to evolve. If you do not evolve, you will be dead, right? You will just be a part of history and you may be forgotten.
Well, he has his own ideas, own everything. We are the oldest tailor, but there are a lot of other friends of mine who have been running this business. But the older people are retired, so they've sold the business to youngsters. So there's 2 different ways of making the suits. One is handmade, one is computerized. In Japan, it's made by computer, the whole suit, within 1 hour and 50 minutes. Just crazy. One of my friends takes 3 months to make it. In England, it's about 5 months to make a suit. The youngsters, they have to use it their way because the population is getting bigger. Handmade is very difficult. We don't know how long this business will be lasting. It's up to the youngsters.
I've been here 25 years nearly, and nobody wants to grow up to be a tailor. So one of the difficulties we have is getting people to join that are skilled enough to do this type of work. So that's a struggle. Every business has its struggles. These are one of my struggles. But I keep fighting, I keep looking, and we're here, we're doing it. Because I love my dad, I love my family, I love my business. I want to be a part of it. And I'm so happy, you know, I've taken it now, like I said, to nearly 70 years. Everybody who comes here, when they look in the mirror, the smile on their face. And when they are leaving, all of them like, thank you, thank you, thank you, like this, you know what I mean? I get love every day. I get love from my customers. They pay me and they love me, you know what I mean? And then they talk about me. They talk about me to everybody, right? You can't beat that feeling. It's just so good.